So here we go into TV and stuff. So this came up, and of course Quinn had to put his 2 cents into this one. We couldn't hold them back, and that is Teddy Sprinkles says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoon, which it was not bad.
No, yeah, it was funny.
Yeah. Idris Elba's Luther isn't authentic because he doesn't have black friends. Which is not all she said, or he said. Let's see. Diversity Chief Miranda Whalen has stirred up controversy on social media due to discussion on the digital blah, blah, blah. When Luther first came out, everybody loved the fact that Idris Elba was in it.
The last sentence is the one you want to read.
Here we go. Okay, he doesn't have any black friends. He doesn't eat any Caribbean food. This doesn't feel authentic.
Now to clarify this, because
to be an authentic black man, you have to have black friends and eat Caribbean food.
And you got to understand that over there, eating Caribbean, that statement of Caribbean food would be very much over here like saying he doesn't eat fried chicken.
Yeah.
And he doesn't hang out with the homies. This is the most racist thing I've heard said in a while, about Idris Elba, where you're just like, wow. But the fact that she took, or he, whoever, they, because I don't know, Wayland took this person and took Idris Elba and condensed him down to he needs to hang out with only his own kind and he needs to eat, black people food, is like, whoa. I was just blown back because I was like, oh, I remember there used to be a thing about that where they were like, you need to stick with your own kind. That's a real effed up mentality. So he can't have friends that aren't black? Crap, that's racist. And also, he's got to eat certain food? Whoa.
Yeah.
Like, that is just, as a black guy who has white friends, that is wild. Apparently, I'm not allowed to hang out with y'all, man.
I don't know.
And I remember I said I wanted to go to Bangkok Thai. I'm sorry, let me change that to KFC.
Okay.
I apologize. I wasn't being appropriate. Apparently I've got to eat and hang out a certain way.
I thought you guys liked churches.
Man, church is too greasy, man. I'm trying to live. It's good, but it'll kill you.
Oh, no, this is just amusing. Of course, with Idris Elba has been the, I guess, pinnacle of really black actors in the UK. Like, whenever you think of a UK black actor, he is like the first one that comes to my mind, And honestly, this is something me and Q we've talked about before when they start trying to put black characters into shows, especially when they're taking a white character and replacing them with a black character, is just make a good character that's black. We don't need to try to throw stereotypes into these characters, because that is exactly what they're doing when they say, well, you don't got black friends and don't eat Caribbean food. That's a stereotype. That is racist. Like, that is exactly what, people are trying to fight against, is those stereotypes. And this sort of gives you an idea of what, Hollywood and what these media creators are thinking.
What they see us as.
We've got to get the stereotypical, we got to get the stereotype of black man.
That's why I don't like the second season of Batwoman. It's because they got a black Batwoman. Cool. That's all it's about. It's all about how they treat my people. And I'm like, is there anything more to you? No. And you're just like, wow, that's all. Yeah. Okay. This is how they see us, man. This is really how they see us. He doesn't see me this way. I mean, there was a time, we got another friend of ours that slipped up once. It was rather funny because he made a comment. We said, oh, Q, you're not black. You like role-playing games and reading books. And you should have seen, I thought Zeno was going to kick his ass. Zeno looked at him like, oh, you motherfucker. Zeno looked he looked way more pissed than me because he was just like, what the hell do you, but it's how some people see us. They're like, what? It's like that famous old saying, I said it earlier, I'm about to say it again. He speaks so well. It's just like, oh, God. And I'm surprised that I'm surprised that Wayland didn't call him a well-spoken black man. He's well-spoken. he dresses so well. You know, it's like, oh, good gracious.
Oh, but yeah. So I would just love people to you know, and this, like I said, just pick the person for the job. Pick the best person for the job. Don't make it about color. You know, I mean,
let the actor bring that flavor to
Yeah.
it. Don't try to write it in and force it. You should write a good character. Pick the actor you want for it. And what we've seen, some of our voice actors that we've had on and interviewed have said they'll bring some flavor. They'll tell you, like, I think this scene will go like this. And then you can let that in. But the best way to not be racist is don't you try to force it in. Why don't you let the actual black man decide what to do in the role versus going, we need to get you some black friends and you need to eat this jerk chicken. Go ahead and put on this bandana, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Put a limp in your walk. Pimp walk it. You know what I mean? It's just like,
well, look,
what?
dude, there's stereotypes for white people. I don't want to see that on TV either. I'll be honest.
But I want to also play devil's advocate of this. Oh, yeah, wow. But no.
Especially Southern white folks. You don't want Southern white folks on TV, that's for sure.
But here's the big thing, too, is that while we're talking about this because it's black, note this is not just a black thing, though. Actually, what I've heard is for Asian and Mexican performers for years, this has been a problem.
Well, yeah.
They frequently have got told, you're not being Mexican enough. You're not being Asian enough. I've heard almost all of them say that.
Well, no, I mean, a lot of times, you know, if you're Mexican or any of those, and you've been in the U.S. too long and you don't have that accent anymore, you know, well, can you bring that, you know, they want the Spanglish or whatever, you know.
They want cholo, you know.
Yeah.
They push you to do these stereotypes. With the Asians, they want you, and then like so let's clarify this. This ain't us throwing out the black card. This is going Hollywood's racist. That's what I'm saying. You know, you're not being this enough. You're not being that. We wanted the in this role to be really Mexican. I was like, you do understand that not all Mexican people behave a certain way.
like this Twitter comment that like the police turn on Luther every chance
They do.
get.
Yeah, I know.
How is that not all?
Like Luther has a hard time. I don't know. I think you got mixed up on the struggle there. That was a very realistic experience. But I mean, it's just like the infamous, and I know it's a shame because she's actually tried to get out of the limelight. But poor Brie Larson, I actually feel bad for her because we done beat her into hiding. But Brie Larson, when she drove up and said, drop the taco, and I was just like, not all Mexican people eat tacos. And also, drop the taco is like drop the chicken. It's like, stop, man. Just these people don't know, and they think they're woke, and they're so racist. It's just like, wow. I mean, I would love to see her version of Luther, where he's just like, yo, what's up, man? Yeah. These my boys, yo. You know, yeah, man, I think that there's a murder right here. You know, like, what the hell kind of stereotypical black person are you looking for?
Oh, God.
Miranda Whalen, kiss my ass. I ain't black enough for you either then, because you know what? Because I have an education. I work in an office. I hang out with white people. I play the video games. There's a book on my phone. I read books all the time. Oh, no. I'm going to go eat Thai food later. Guess what? He likes chicken more than me.
I do.
He always wants chicken and stuff. I'm like, I don't eat chicken all the time, man. You always cooking with chicken. Every time I call him, man, what you got in the kitchen? Some chicken.
Chicken's awesome, dude.
I've had enough chicken. I grew up black. maybe I've got a reverse reaction of the chicken all the time. Also, too much churches. It's a good chicken though, man, but it will kill you. Like they give you a jalapeno just to cut the cholesterol. It's like to try to clear your arteries off.
Oh,
they're biscuits though. Dang it! I'm going for Thai. I ain't going for churches.
Yeah, I'm Popeye's guy myself. But.
Ooh man, that dirty rice. Everything at Popeyes is good.
All right. So
stop, man. You're not being white enough.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be talking about going to get, I don't know, what do white people eat?
Oh,
Fingers and mash? I don't know.
Peppers and fries.
Spaghetti.
All right. So what else we got? Let's get off this. Oh.
I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to find out what y'all eat. Now I'm curious.
I told you, cheeseburgers and fries, bro.
Yeah, makes sense.
Right. We're going from
y'all keep the McDonald's open by yourselves. We run the McDonald's and y'all keep the lights on. Oh, Five Guys. Yeah, that's a good burger there.
All right, this last one I'm not going to
Oh
speak
yeah,
much
subjects.
because I'm not the speculation guy when it comes to Star Wars, but Doomcock has recently and a couple other, but I think it's all been one source from what I hear. It is rumored that Kathleen Kennedy wants maybe out, and John Favreau maybe
And so they're saying that she's trying to pull the whole, well, I want John Favreau to take over
Yeah.
and leave. It's just like, you just don't want to
So-
leave in disgrace.
Yeah, the article here was more of a placeholder for the video from Doomcock. I couldn't find a written article talking
on Reddit.
about it. What's that?
No, it's on Reddit.
It's on Reddit. It's out there. Well, we cannot independently confirm this, so please take this with a grain of salt.
I guess spoiler sirens, or not spoiler sirens. What is it? Rumor sirens.
I don't know.
yeah.
Just don't make that sound again. That sounded like an injured moose. I was like, what the hell? I was like, Scooby-Doo's legs are broken. No.
Oh no! Oh no!
I was just like, did you ever hear a sound like that? Like, oh, wow. That's the sound he made when he tried to join us on Outriders.
Don't get me started on that.
I never thought I'd pick on a PC player, but you had it hard on PC, man.
Yeah, that's usually the safer spot, man. But not this time.
That's about as rich again. We ain't got a siren, man.
We got a sad,
That's a weird one for a
sad
spoiler.
trombone.
All right, let's go ahead and stop delaying.
Okay.
Blood Axe, take it away.
Yeah, take it away, Blood Axe.
All right. So, so for those of you that didn't catch the beginning, these are rumors that are being perpetuated. Nothing's been official about Lucasfilm. But it has been interesting just from, for those of you who don't know, I am a Star Wars-aholic. I live, eat, sleep, breathe, tattoo Star Wars on my body. And I've been following this for a while now. And it is more interesting than a couple years ago, where Kathleen Kennedy got her contract extended, pretty early. I think it was back in March or April, and she's up in October, November. So it's getting really short. And we've heard nothing about a contract extension. And when it even came up on a recent call with the investor call a couple of weeks ago, was brought up that and Bob Chapek had said, we'll have Kathleen Kennedy, we want her here for years to come. But he didn't say, we're working on a contract extension or we have a contract extension. And she's been extremely quiet since the Gina Carano situation back in February. So a lot of this is snowballing into people trying to find that information. So those of you that watch Doomcock, and there's a couple of other Star Wars guys that I follow. There's been a lot of rumor that Kathleen Kennedy is out. She will not be renewed. She will be allowed to work through the end of her contract, or she will be allowed to resign, but they're not going to renew her. And the popular thing that a lot of us would like to see, and from what we're being told, is that Jon Favreau is supposed to be taking over as head of Lucasfilm, which I think would not be a bad idea, although I would question his ability to run a studio of multiple enterprises. He's done phenomenal with The Mandalorian. And that's the only thing he's been working on is The Mandalorian. He did, Jungle Book, the remake. He did Lion King. He did Iron Man 1 and 2. So he's got experience doing films. He's got experience doing a series. But I don't know what he would do as far as heading a studio. But I would not mind him taking the job because he, like I am, is a Star Wars fan. He cares about the franchise, and thus he cares about my interest as a original trilogy Star Wars fan. So, with that being said, it would not be bad for him to take over, but I wouldn't put it as written in stone. I would like someone more like Kevin Feige to possibly take over, but that's a discussion for a different day. So one of the biggest things that we're now seeing being spun out there or leaked out there is that Kathleen Kennedy has been, quote unquote, grooming Jon Favreau all along to take over. There's no animosity. There's maybe a little bit of a disagreement on Star Wars, but no, they get along fine. She wants him to succeed him when she gets promoted or when she retires, which is basically spin from her camp saying, hey, we're not actually being let go. We're handing over the reins to someone better. At least that's the way I interpret it.
Well,
Anyway.
there's also talk about, remember that they're saying too that their social posting has been frozen. Disney said either stop posting things that are against our policies, posting these controversial things, or you're terminated. Rumor again, but really interesting rumor.
That's different, but that's one of the reasons why that people think we haven't heard the Pablo Hidalgos of the world going out on the social media and beating the Star Wars fans into the woke verse, so to speak. But what he's referring to is allegedly Monday, which is tomorrow, for those of you that are watching on Twitch. But if you're on YouTube or the podcast, it would have been a couple of days ago. But allegedly, there's going to be a new policy implemented starting on Monday that if you start posting on social media anything that Disney does not agree with, or Lucasfilm specifically in this point, then you'll be terminated. And when you walk in the door, you will hand over your personal devices, and they will go through your social media feeds.
Check your social media.
If you don't like it, you can hit the bricks. So in my honest opinion, and I've discussed this in private with Q and Zeno in the past, but in my honest opinion, I think every company, regardless how big or how small, should have a social media policy. And basically, it should be universal across the board. Now, if you want to go, hey, we're completely left-wing, and we want you to spit out left-wing propaganda on social media, okay, that can be your policy. Or the opposite, you can be right-wing, or you can be down the middle, or you can be no politics at all. If it's not supporting a property, if it's not promoting a new series or your character, don't publish it.
I got your answer. I got your answer. Because this is kind of the way Disney wrote it, and I hope this is the way they execute it. It's really simple. The reason they check your social media isn't because they're worried about what you're posting in general. It's really interacting with their customers, because that's what they've been doing. They're not simply going out to social media and going, I don't like Trump, or I don't like vaccinations, or I don't like this. I decided to go both sides there. But they're actually going out and going, I don't like you fans. Like, if you don't like The Last Jedi, you suck. They're actually talking to Disney's customers. And I do believe you. I agree. I don't think that you should be able to pull, Twitch or whatever, where they're going and trying to check all your social postings and judge. It's like, your personal communications and communications not related to the business. But if you're communicating with our customers, then yeah, we do have a policy. I would definitely go, if you're communicating with our customers as an employee of us, yeah, you got to fall under our policies. And that's what they do. They call them the fandom menace. They attack the Star Wars. And if you work for Lucas Studios, then any Star Wars fan is a customer. They are. They're literally a customer of Disney, and they're a customer of Lucasfilms. You cannot go out there and attack them. I mean, at any other job, I can't stand in my office and curse out an employee. Heck, back when I was young and I worked in the service industry, you worked in the service industry when you were younger. You couldn't go and the guy comes in Walmart as a customer and you just be like, man, your shirt's stupid. Or what? You don't like Mario Brothers? You're a loser. You couldn't do that. So why is it okay to do it on social media? To me, that's legit. Now, it should only be when you're interacting with our customers. If me and you, we can talk about whatever we want. But if you happen to work for Lucasfilms and we're discussing The Mandalorian, then you've got to be businesslike, because that's your job. That's just a requirement. Got a problem, like they said, hit the bricks. Don't work at Lucasfilms if you want to cuss out Star Wars fans. Simple as that. You can't do that, because now you are no longer just a person complaining about another person. You are a representative of the industry, and this is your customer. Customer interaction. Simple as that. If you're interacting with a customer.
I mean, social media presence it's one of those weird things, because especially once you get into something like Hollywood or entertainment, it's easy to get your social media presence connected to. I mean, it's why so many of your celebrities go private with their Facebook accounts and stuff like that. Is to have that place that's separate from work, But once you have once you're attached to something like that and you have a public profile, that is usually a fan page. That's just sort of the way of the job, unless you have and most do. I mean, we've talked to several who I have a private, personal, that's family and friends only, social media pages.
And you're actually supporting the point I was going to make is when it comes to your social media presence, if you're going to maintenance your own certified accounts, then if you don't like the response, hit the block button, hit the ban button. Don't respond, because once you open Pandora's box, they're going to go, I got a reaction, so we can now all dogpile on this one person, which is what happened with Gina Carano to begin with. One person went with the whole pronoun thing, and next thing you know, everybody ganged up on her. But if you block that, don't respond, you know what? They'll leave you alone. They'll find someone else to go troll instead. And I agree with Zeno that, yes, have a personal, private account that is not certified, not checked. You invite or add who you choose to interact with. Don't even have your picture, your name up there. Use the egg or whatever. And then you can put up whatever the hell you want, because it's not you. It's not Xenodamus. It's not Blood Axe. It's not Q. It is random person being a troll on the internet, spewing out stuff that only 5 followers will actually see and care about. Yeah. That's probably more appropriate, because if you have a personal account that is public, it is public domain, and you're going to have public reaction. I've actually quit following Mark Hamill because of his views. Don't agree with him. I think he's a phenomenal actor. He's still one of my childhood heroes as Luke Skywalker, but him as a person, I don't care to listen to. So you will have people that backpedal, and then you'll have those that completely just quit paying attention altogether. And that's what's happening with me in Star Wars right now because of what Kathleen Kennedy has done. And I've already made the decision, and I already talked it out with Mrs. Bloodaxe, that if they renew her contract, I'm canceling Disney+. I almost did it after her firing. But because my kids watch The Simpsons and they're watching other things, okay, I'll give them until the end of the year. But if they renew her, I am canceling Disney+, and then I'll have to pay attention to Star Wars some other way.
So you're really hoping these rumors are true.
Oh, yes, I do, because Star Wars is one of my passions.
Yeah.
I enjoy my gaming, but I love my Star Wars. When I'm cooking, Star Wars is my background sound, my background music. My wife gets home, I turn off the Xbox, we turn on Star Wars, whether it be New Hope, or lately we've been watching the prequels a lot more often. So that is our unwind thing, is to watch Star Wars. So yeah, I have all the Blu-rays. I can pop one of them in. It's easier on a streaming service. Plus, it shows, if they look at the numbers, what people are watching. I'm not watching the new sequel trilogy. I haven't watched them since they came to the theater. So if they look at my watching habits and my kids' watching habits, we're watching the original trilogy and the prequels. We're not even touching the sequel stuff. So, yeah, I love Star Wars, and I would like to see more Star Wars in the vein of The Mandalorian. Pull from the expanded universe. I'm sorry. Pull and use properly from the expanded universe, and don't bastardize it to force your woke agenda.
You don't know about that? That they did that on purpose. That actually got exposed. That was another one of the things they covered, where they threw out the expanded universe, not just so they could go back and steal from it, so they don't have to pay royalties.
Oh,
Disney.
That's a different discussion.
We had that. No, we have a video. We have a video, man. A while back, remember we talked about the infamous Disney would rather not make $1 if it meant that someone else would make $1. Like, Disney's unwillingness to share money is a legendary. That they're like, oh, if we put this out, we'll get $1 million, and those guys over there will get 100,000. Oh, they won't want it. But you'll make $1 million. It won't affect you. No, we don't let anyone else make money. Like, we would rather not make money. Like I said, if somebody said, hey, man, I got $2. I'll give you $1 if it's okay if I give this guy $1. Disney would say no. We'd rather no one get $1. Like, they are adamant about that. It is crazy how serious they are if no one else makes money but us.
Yeah, the way that Disney's gone after people that have, whether like fans put on YouTube Star Wars videos to either honor the franchise or put on the fan videos to shut them down is ridiculous. They're not really a family company. That squeaky image they want you to be able to believe that we're a family company, we hold family values, is bullshit in my opinion. I don't agree with it. I don't see them as that way. I see them as a money-making machine, and that's all they're interested in. If they could bleed my wallet dry, they would. So as long as
no one else
putting
make
out
money,
content that I enjoy, yes, you will continue to bleed my wallet dry. But if you keep forcing this woke bullshit down my throat to the point to where I no longer want to even have your streaming channel on any of my devices, I will send money someplace else that actually I can get the entertainment that I want without listening to your bullshit.
I mean, they're single-handedly responsible for the reason that some of our favorite franchises have been locked up with shit companies and no one else is able to make content. They are the copyright demons. Like, they ruin copyright law just to keep Mickey because someone else might make $1. So, I mean, they are the infamous, we are willing to screw up the whole legal system because somebody might make a buck off of Mickey. Even though we all know that at no point would anybody consider anything made by anyone other than Disney canon for Mickey Mouse. But you might have made $1. You might have made $1.
All right, guys.
They don't want you to make a penny off of them.
Well, hopefully we'll make $1 someday.
Not off of Disney.
I mean, we're talking about them right now, man.
Shut up. You're giving them ideas.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Be sure to check us out, Dicejunkies.com, where you can find links everywhere we are on social media. We do this show live every Sunday on Twitch at 3:30 Central Time. So be sure to check that out. Join us in the chat room. And as every week,
we hope you enjoy.